What a difference a game makes. Prior to Tuesday night, the Abu Dhabi Night Riders were on the ropes after 4 consecutive defeats. But against the table-topping Desert Vipers, they got their DP World ILT20 season back on track, thanks firstly to a majestic knock from Liam Livingston, and then to some clutch bowling from Andre Russell and AJ Kumar.
AJ Kumar, you champion!
The Golf Giants, by contrast, will be feeling a little less sure of their playoff hopes following 2 straight defeats. The most recent came against a resurgent Sharjah Warriors, who were able to defend 174 for a second consecutive day. The temperature's starting to rise out here in the desert. Now is not the time for teams to go cold. It's time to start cooking. Match 19 of the DP World ILT20 is upon us here at Zayed Cricket Stadium. Tonight, it's the Abu Dhabi Night Riders taking on the Golf Giants. Let's take a look at the points table. Now, Desert Vipers, they're still remaining up top with a lovely Q next to their name. Golf Giants remain in number 2 spot despite 2 losses on the bounce. And if Night Riders pull off a victory show similar to Monday night, comeback trouble may be brewing. Hello everyone, welcome back to match number 19. It's the Night Riders taking on the Golf Giants. Let's head to Simon Dool, who's standing by with the 2 captains for the toss.
DP World ILT20, match number 19 here in Abu Dhabi this evening. Jason Holder's alongside for the Abu Dhabi Night Riders. James Vince is here for the Golf Giants and Roshan Mahanama is our match referee. And you've got the coin, Jace?
Heads.
Heads is the call. Roshan?
It is tails.
It's tails. Grab the mic, Jace. What are you going to do in white?
Yeah, we're going to bowl first, man. It looks a pretty good wicket. I don't think it'll change much, and we fancy ourselves just.
What did you say to the lads after that win the other night?
It was much needed, man. Obviously, we got over the line. It was a nail-biting finish at the end, but I think the most important thing is to get over the line, so hopefully that gives us a bit of momentum. Yeah,
how key are those ones when you just scrape by and gives the team a little bit of confidence? Is that what you've talked about?
Yeah, I think it's huge, man. Obviously, the contest of the game was a close one. We had to fight. We had to show character, and we definitely did that. So it's a credit to the guys who really pulled through. This game is very important for us as well, too, so we just got to start from scratch and hopefully play a complete game.
Made any changes?
Yeah, 2 changes. Brandon McMillan comes back in, and also Piyush Chola.
All right, good luck.
Yeah,
Go well.
you.
James, you've got to set a total. Last couple of games haven't been ideal for you. Have you worked out what's not quite working?
Find out tonight. Yeah, obviously when you lose games, it's easy to look back at moments and find patches in the game where if you've done that bit better, you might come out with the right result. But it's getting near crunch time of the tournament, 4 group games to go. Very much in it, but as you say, it'd be nice to get back to winning ways this evening.
You still find yourself on 6 points, so as you say, very much in it, not a problem there. First game here, though, for the season. Probably the best pitch in the area. You looking forward to that?
Yeah, batting's been a little bit tricky at times throughout the tournament so far, but looks a decent pitch here. Hopefully the ball comes on nicely, and yeah, I can get some runs, and the rest of the team can as well.
What have you worked out since since those last 2 losses? What has gone just a little bit wrong?
As I say, it's like kind of small moments in games. I think the power plays, when we've won our games, we've got off to a really good start with the bat and the power play, and the games we've lost, we've been sort of 3 or 4 wickets down. So yeah, finding that balance between risk and reward in the top 6, trying to put them under pressure, but also not to be 3 or 4 down and make it harder through the middle. So yeah, as I say, hopefully some of us at the top of the order can be there towards the back end this evening.
One change from a batting point of view. Who comes in?
Yeah, Sean Dixon comes in. Probably one area as well that we've struggled a little bit is at the back end of the innings with bat and ball. So Dicko's kind of strength is finishing the innings, so hopefully he can do that for us this evening.
All right, put on a show for us, eh? Go
Thanks,
well.
mate.
There you go, Jason Holder and the Abu Dhabi Night Riders have won the toss. They're going to bowl first. All right, what about the pitch then? It's time to talk to our pitch doctor, the philosopher of pitches, the scientist of soil.
Well,
what have you got for us, Mike Haseman?
The bloke is going to tell everybody what it's going to do. Let's see if I can get it right.
Good
okay,
luck. Go.
Right.
Go
Thank
for
you,
it.
Simon. Right, so this is a track that was used on the 13th. It's pitch number 8, and it was a game where 196 was scored batting first, 187 was scored batting second, so it was a very good surface. A couple of things I need to point out. Neither captains mentioned anything about the rain. The general consensus is there probably will be some rain tonight. The general consensus as well also is it might be around about 9:30, so it could affect this game. We'll have to see. Some forecasts are saying at about 11 o'clock, but it is going to be interesting to see if it does come at that sort of time. Right, it's very windy again. The wind is actually blowing to the west. And I just want to look at something that we've put together just to show you the last game that was played here. All the sixes that were hit to the 60-metre boundary. to the west. The 60-metre boundary to the west, that's the shorter boundary, and 14 sixes were hit to the leg side, of which so in total in that game, and 10 to the leg side and a majority to that shorter boundary. Right, so that's something, there's no doubt that the teams will look at the short boundary, and also because the wind is going that way. Right, Ace, what are your thoughts? You've looked at it.
Well, you mentioned the weather, and I think that will play a little bit of a role in the way the wicket will behave. I think the typical Middle East sun hasn't been beating down today, so I feel that there's a little bit of dampness in the air, and I had a little feel of the wicket earlier. It's a little bit cooler, which means I think there may be a little bit more moisture in the wicket. So what that means in simple terms is I think it definitely will move around with the new ball, but I think the spinners who typically get the ball to sit in the deck may struggle with that in this inning, well, in this game, and the ball may well skid on. And I'm expecting a lot more runs than normal in this game.
Righto, we are set. This will be a beauty. An important game for both teams, of course, particularly the boys in purple. This is going to be a good little deck to play on, I think, for this match today.
Exciting times ahead. Now let's preview this match number 19 with two amazing guests beside me. Wasim Akram, former legend of Pakistan, and Andy Flower. Now you are former coach of the Giants side. I want to start with you though, Wasim. Obviously, we were here last game for the Knight Riders. They had their first win in a while now. Yep. They had 4 losses. Do you think that playing again back here in the comfort zone, knowing that they had a win here, it's good juju?
Yes, definitely is. As a team, coming back to, I'll come back to your question, but Knight Riders, this is the 4th season. They played about 35 games. This is the 36th game. They won only 11. So I think today is the day for them to wake up and realize today, do or die for them. If they win today, they have a chance to qualify for the top 4. If they don't, their confidence will go down big time. But yes, they came coming out of a very close win. That does give a team as a confidence. As a team, yes, we can win against this team. And I think they won the toss, and rightly so, they elected to bowl first. So their top batter, Phil Salt, had to get some runs. I know previous game, Livingston got some runs, and of course Rutherford got some runs, but top order has to fire for them if they come out for chase. But over and all, like the pitch report, the boys said pitch looks really good, the best so far in this season.
Now, Andy, you were the former coach for this side, and everyone says this, stadium plays a little bit differently. How would you re-informing your side to play tonight? I mean, they've had 2 losses on the trot now.
Yeah, well, I think your second point is probably the most important point. The Gulf Giants have to come back from those 2 losses and retain their self-belief. So I would imagine Jonathan Trott as the head coach and James Vince, very experienced, very successful captain, would have been emphasizing those sorts of messages, making sure that that self-belief is retained. On conditions tonight, definitely wind's an issue. I don't think I've ever played here or coached here when the wind's going that way, and that's towards the short side. So whoever manages that well with bat and ball, I think can get some percentage points going their way just through game management and good tactical game.
Andy, one question from me. You coach so many teams all over the world, and most of the teams in this ILT20 season, DP World ILT20 season 4, opt out to bat second, chase. So when you lose a toss like Giants did, so what sort of message as a coach you give it to your players and pass it on to skipper?
Well, one of the fundamental, I have a fundamental personal belief actually,
sure,
that you don't know what's good or bad luck sometimes.
Yeah.
And that sort of acceptance, I think, helps you deal with some of the vagaries of luck, if you like, which the toss is all about.
Yeah.
So I would try to instill that message in my team and communicate that whatever happens, that the toss is really out of your control unless you win it.
Yeah.
And just roll with that, guys.
Because sometimes some players go, oh, we lost the toss, and that's kind of a negative vibe to the team as well. And I think you have a team meeting before that, toss is not in our control.
Yeah. Got to roll with it quick, mate, and I think James Vince can do that.
Sure.
Alrighty, well, let's take a look at these teams now, shall we? Andy, can you run us through the Giants side?
I can. I think the form player of the season is Nasanka. He's looked all class. He's got James Vince, who's one of the most successful batsmen in ILT20 cricket. And I reckon they're going to bring Nuwan Tushara into the attack. And I think he's going to be an outstanding injection of wicket taking.
Waz, I'm going to get you to run us through this Knight Riders squad.
Yes, like I said, Phil Salt got a fire. Sharafu is in good nick. Livingston got runs the previous game. Brandon O'Connor. Rutherford should come in 15th, 16th over. He's perfect there. And the big man, Andre Russell, is fit. He's back. Then Sunil Narayan, then the skipper who can bat as well. Piyush Chawla is back. That's a good sign. He has been bowling well for Knight Riders. Ajay Kumar, the left armer, impressed us all. And of course, Oli Stone.
Alrighty, well, let's hear from the Englishman who's won this tournament in Season 1 once before, Liam Dawson.
I was lucky enough to play here in the first year when we won it under Andy Flower. It was a really exciting time. Obviously, to win the first ever ILT20 was really cool to be a part of. Yeah, and it's a brilliant franchise. A lot of the same people, the management sort of still here, so good to see some familiar faces.
That's a stunner! A real game changer!
I think the ILT20 appeals to me, you know, I think just the calibre of players that are here, it's an amazing tournament. Obviously the best players in the world are here, and yeah, it's a great tournament to play in. The last few years I've probably bowled a lot more than what I've actually batted, so yeah, more look at the game as obviously more of a bowler now. You're coming up against good wickets, as a bowler, it's always going to be a little bit tougher, but you know, some venues are more suited for bowling. But yeah, I mean, it varies. You know, throughout a tournament, conditions will change. T20s can be a fickle game. It can be, you know, you can bowl well and go for runs. But yeah, it's just staying level and hopefully things work out.
Great hits. That's gone downtown and that's gone for 6 runs. That's a wonderful shot from Liam Dawson.
I think there's so much cricket now, sort of around the world. So many sort of different leagues that players can play. You look at some of the players around the world. Obviously, someone like a Faf du Plessis, who's still performing now, who's, you know, one of the best T20 players in the world. And you know, Imran Tahir as well. A lot of these players that are carrying on playing and they're still performing and winning games. So yeah, it's an exciting time to be a player, and hopefully, you know, if you keep performing, you can sort of play as long as you can. The long-term goal is to carry on playing as long as I can. Still really enjoying playing cricket. Obviously, I'm 35 now, so sort of coming towards the back end of my career. But yeah, to carry on playing for as long as I can and try and keep performing. Still loving it.
Now, match 19 is set to be a belter. We're going to take a quick break, but there's more analysis right after this. Welcome back, everyone. Now, just a quick reminder, the Knight Riders have won the toss and they're bowling first this evening. But Waz, I want to start up the top. Ajay Kumar, he took over the 20th match, but 20th over, sorry, in the last match that they had up against the Vipers. Now, he handled the pressure seemingly really well.
Yeah, he did. He impressed all of us quite a bit when we saw him first time. His bowling action, his swing, late swing to the right-hander. But that particular over, I mean, after no ball and coming back and win a game, bowling outside off stump with control, yorkers and good variations, the leg cutter most of the time. Look at the perfect yorkers he bowled, and of course, good variations. And I think he's done really well. He's impressed all of us in the comm boxes up there as a bowler. He's only going to get better from him. Look at the lengths he's bowling at, the control, and that was the last ball. That's where they won the game, Knight Riders. 2-2 win. And, you know, over and all, his variations, the pace is 130, 128, but then he comes up with this beautiful leg cutter, 107, 110. So that's so important in this format, especially in the last 3 to 4 overs as a fast bowler or medium pacer, back of a hand, leg cutter, off cutter is crucial, and he did it beautifully.
The other Knight Rider that was absolutely on fire was Andre Russell. He had the 19th over, and didn't he do well? Only 5 from that over. It was a 4 that slipped away from Tanvir, but other than that, just perfection.
Yeah, well, he's on the other side of the age spectrum to Ajay Kumar, isn't he? He's got all that experience. He bowls good Yorkers straight and wide. He's got a great slower ball, and he can throw in that bouncer. He's got so much power to call on. So power plus experience, and that worked so well for him. Here is that 19th over. There's the fast bouncer, and there's the slower ball.
And Andy, how important is for a bowler to bowl that surprise bouncer? It's a big gamble.
It is a gamble because it can fly off that top edge and go anywhere. How many sixes do you see fly over the keeper?
Yeah.
But the amount of doubt that it puts in the bowler's mind, in the batsman's mind, is so important.
Yeah.
Create doubt, and you're sort of ahead of him in the battle.
All right, well, Nasanka for the Giants, though, he's doing exceptionally well. They've had 3 days off, but he has just been performing very well with the bat this tournament.
Yeah, he's looked all class. What I've really liked about him, obviously his shot selection has been outstanding, which you need in any form of the game. But he's played a 360-degree game. Yeah. But he's still playing balls on merit. So as soon as the bowler gets a little short, he's a short guy, and he can get under those little short-arm pull shots. And he can pull it in front of square, and he can pull it up and behind square.
And then he also
does
this reverse lap, a proper reverse lap. Other day, I think he hit a 6 on a reverse lap. That's a special talent.
He did. Beautiful shot, great choice of shot, great execution. He's only small, but he's definitely got some power there and a lot of nous. And that streetwise nous is so important for batsmen. He's one of the class players of the tournament.
And these Sri Lankans, they are such a talented bunch. Doesn't matter the era. I mean, something different, something exciting to watch. Either they are mystery spinners, either they are batters, and they are gun fielders too. I like to watch Sri Lankan cricket. I enjoy watching them.
Absolutely. And Azmatullah Omarzai, we cannot not mention him. He's another key in this Giants pack.
Yeah, Omarzai started off really well in the wickets column. He got 9 wickets, and since then he has been struggling. But as far as batting concerned, he's a proper batter. We've seen the first game he played, he had a go at Rashid Khan through extra cover, a couple of big sixes, then towards mid-wicket. So yeah, he's in good nick. He started off well with the bowl, 9 wickets I think, or 10 wickets. He's on the leaderboard as far as bowling concerned, but a very talented all-rounder, absolutely.
Alrighty, Andy, I gotta know, who's gonna win it tonight for you?
Well, this time I'm gonna go against the grain, I reckon. Usually my heart would make me go for Gulf Giants, but I reckon the Knight Riders have got them tonight.
Where's the loyalty? The poor Giants.
The loyalty is there when you're having a job with them.
Exactly, fair enough.
Exactly.
Where's you?
I'll go for the Knight Riders because rain affected, and in general they're batting second.
Alrighty, well, it's the Knight Riders taking on the Gulf Giants. We cannot wait to see another heated battle here tonight in Abu Dhabi. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back very soon.